Ba-da-bum. No, that's the McDonald's one. No, no. No, 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 that's the wrong one. I was supposed to pause, but I didn't, so whatever. Sukalamink, bro. They didn't show up, and like, I mean, I waited 15 minutes, and then I contacted the little chat thing in the corner, man. So I'm trying. I have no results yet. Oh, no, I do, but fuck that guy. So I had the one, and it didn't really go in. So then I rescheduled, and the funny thing is that I scheduled the first therapist that was available. That's the only reason why I chose this guy. Fucking suck a nigga dick, fucking Shaughnessy. I don't give a shit. It's Shaughnessy, whatever the fuck. This fucking stupid military brat, bro. And he was talking shit about the psychiatrist that I had saw before, saying that they were like, I mean, okay, it's one thing to have a debatable opinion and a conflicting idea, but to straight out say that the other psychiatrist has no idea what they're talking about, and for him to straight out say that he has the most experience out of all the other 40 MD Live doctors that are available, because of his addiction counseling and his post traumatic stress disorder counseling, and because he's LHMC or whatever the fuck. Like, he was talking shit about everybody. And he would get right in front of the camera, he would fucking be like, why are you being so sarcastic with me? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. You're not getting paid enough to fucking look at me like that, bro. This is a fucking remote therapy call. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, he did say some good points that I can't acknowledge. And he did say a lot of dumb shit. I will acknowledge the good shit, to see the positive in it. And also, again, because I said we all rise together, and I said I was going to do some fucking therapy, and I said I was going to do it, and I was going to come back and do a video about it. So, we're doing it. So, some of the good things he said, good, I mean productive, I should say, were that he was talking about the things that I currently do, the ways that I currently act, and my tendencies, my habits, my gut reactions, you know, who I am, right? And he was saying, well, actually, before he asked those questions, he asked me about my life, starting from my childhood. So we began at the first most traumatic experience, which for me, and again, since I'm doing this as a fucking chronicle and a journal, and I told you I'll unwrap my story as I do these videos. It pretty much starts when I was 4 years old. So that's where I began my story with this guy. And that was with the divorce. When my parents were still married for like 11 years, but they, well, actually, um, they, okay, so honestly, my mom cheated on my dad with some dude from church. And my dad didn't find out until he found out from gossip. So that was the thing. And then once that happened, the separation began, and the joint custody began, and the shit began. So he started me from there and kind of tracked me up, had me explain upward towards, roughly where I am now. Not going too in depth, but, explaining major events. And we got to the conclusion that maybe, or more likely, it is that all the issues that I have now, the things that I do now, reflect what I was missing back then, right? Okay, so for example, I don't agree with this, but he said, because so I smoke weed. Like, obviously. It's obviously a fucking hella medicine. It's fucking phenomenal. It does wonders. Even the CBD forms. He didn't even ask me if I was smoking THC or CBD. I just said I use marijuana for my anxiety. And that's what I do. I use it for my anxiety. And he didn't ask whether it was CBD or THC. He automatically started saying, I read this article about these potheads and potheads. Like, you can't be a therapist, and talk to somebody who medicinally uses marijuana. Even if it's not THC, you're not even getting high at that point. And for him to just, automatically quote an article about potheads, that's biased as fuck. And I could not listen to anything beyond that point. But again, seeing the positive in my therapy appointment, because like I told you guys, I'm going to come back and prove this shit and talk about it, and I'm going to explain it. So yeah, he was saying all this like shit talk about potheads. And I'm like, okay, but yeah, it's legal, right? And he's like, yeah, but it's addiction and blah 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 and addiction and addiction. And that's when he started to, fucking suck his own dick and toot his own horn, because that's when he was starting to say that he is the only addiction counseling LCMH, whatever the fuck, suck a dick, fucking la concha de madre, way, fucking, he was the best out of all 40 of them, and that none of them have his experience or his status. And for anybody to say that, you're obviously fucking delusional, man. And it really bugged me. It really bugged me because, I mean, again, like, you have people out here with like, it didn't matter. Like, if you smoke weed, you were addicted to marijuana. Period. That was his thing. And I couldn't believe that MD Live would allow such a narrow-minded therapist to so judgmentally and attackingly fucking get at someone. And again, I keep saying there was a positive aspect, and there is. It was when he said, okay, so I still don't agree. I think marijuana and weed is irrelevant from this, but I get the concept and where he's coming from. So, what he was saying is, maybe I smoke weed because I said for that one sentence, I said I smoke it for stress. So he's like, so you're smoking marijuana for stress. So if you're smoking it for stress, what does that make you think that you were lacking as a child? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, you're seeking what when you smoke? And I'm like, no stress. He's like, and I was like, relaxation. And he's like, okay, so would you say that you were lacking anything as a child? So obviously he's like setting me up to say, yeah, I was lacking relaxation as a child. So then his answer was, of course, next. Okay, so don't you think you're smoking too much marijuana and that you're like, again, he didn't even ask if it was medicinal, licensed, THC, CBD, anything. He was just, you're an addict if you do anything. And I will continue on that, like, why it makes more sense when I get there. So it was wild because he was like, just demonizing it. But the concept and where he was coming from, where he was saying, what if I'm doing a thing that I'm seeking relaxation because as a child I was not able to have relaxation, right? So that's where I can kind of understand where he's coming from. Everything else is fucking trash. I don't know. I wouldn't take his 2 cents, except, again, for the fact that maybe what we do today is a resonant factor of what has affected us as a child. So if we say, for example, if every time we scrape our knee and we're like 30 years old, if we cry until somebody comes and helps us, that's feeling helpless. That's a need for comfort. That's needing somebody to console you and help take care of you and feeling vulnerable. If you still do that, yeah, I mean, maybe if you're doing that right now, maybe that's because as a child you were lacking those things. So I can understand where he's coming from, but then he started talking shit about the psychiatrist, and then he started saying I was an addict because I need Stradava and Ritalin or whatever because I have bipolar and ADHD, and I also take Xanax. But I only take Xanax for, like, I have 0.5 milligrams that I take twice a day as needed, and I have like a full bottle. Like, I try to meditate, I try to do every little thing that you can. Like, I have a lot of people that have died from pills in my life, and I don't fuck with pills like that. So I take it when I absolutely need it. It is the bare bar fucking minimum, and then I'll do it because there's other ways. But the fact that I said, I have a bottle of Xanax, he said that, like, I'm taking like milligrams of Xanax a day, and he was assuming, and it's like, God, you're a joke, dude. No, I don't. And then he started talking shit about the psychiatrist, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even on Stravara or Stradava for the bipolar or the Ritalin. Like, I haven't been able to afford that. I'm not even on it. What are you talking about? I'm addicted to that stuff. So I guess the point of this video is not what I intended. I know I recommended going to therapy, and I will never not recommend that, but you need to shop them. And it's not doctor shopping, because therapists don't prescribe you medication. So it's not doctor shopping. They're not going to give you pills. Don't think of it that way. Don't think of it like any kind of thing you've ever heard on the news. You really need to find your therapist, and you need to find the one that works for you. My dad, he actually used MD Live, and he found a really great one, and they click. And he's actually going to go to his second appointment with the same one. I think this week. So it's the end of the week, so I mean next week. But yeah, I mean, um, I found a good psychiatrist. I found two bad therapists. It's a hit or miss. And again, the point of these videos is for exposure, reality, and just showing you guys, like, yeah, people are going through the same thing, and it's okay. Like, we're all out here, and we all rise together, and we all pick each other up. So I'm out here giving my opinion and my point of view and showing you guys it's not that bad. Like, I'm out here, that one guy was a dick, but I don't ever have to deal with him ever again. That's the great thing about therapy. You don't have to ever deal with him again if you don't want to. And that's why I say shop for the right therapist. So, and I mean, like, I do have one scheduled again, so I will make another video after that one, and I will definitely do another review and update you guys. But in the meantime, again, if you're watching this shit, if you need to just talk to somebody about anything, it doesn't matter. If you stubbed your toe and it really pissed you off, and if you thought it was weird that you got so angry, call a therapist, bro. Schedule an MD Live appointment. Like, there's even free helpline phone numbers that you can call. So, therapy, man. Therapy. Getting it out, fixing it, all of that. That's the goal. So, this is the video proof that I fucking did the therapy, man. Because fuck that one guy, Shaughnessy. Fucking bitch. Fuck you. Fuck. Go suck a dick. Suckle at me. No, I'm just playing. Follow me, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Let me know what you want me to talk about, what you want me to do, review, whatever. I'm here, man. It's cool. We all rise together, or else we all fall apart,